And I said, what would we call it? I said, why don't we call it When We Look Back, I Laugh. Now, you know, after I said that, I had committed myself to that. Committing yourself to something like being a stand-up comedian when you've never done comedy before, you've only told funny stories, is problematic at best. So, I've had 10 weeks to fret. So I began contemplating, what type of play would it be? How would I do it? How would I dialogue? Would I be like Bill Cosby? Would I sit on the chair and tell a bunch of stories with just one light on me? And I thought, you know, I'm really not that funny, so I have to make myself a little funnier. I thought, well, what if I had a set? And the set kind of looked like this. And so I imagined that if I could go through the stages of life, probably life takes place in a home. And if I could have a set that looked like a home, it would allow me to be a little more creative. So we would have kind of a kitchen. And so this is kind of representative of a kitchen type thing. And so I could cook on stage or do something on stage. And then I would move over to the living room. I could maybe tell a bunch of stories in the living room. And that would be helpful. And then I could actually move all the way over here, which would be the nursery. I thought that would be good. And so I'd have a kitchen, I would have a living room, and I would have a nursery. So I could tell stories in 3 different locations. Now, you need to understand something about me. I have a little bit of problems with dyslexia, and I am very forgetful. So trying to write a script that I could remember is almost impossible. So what I did was I thought there must be a way to help me remember. So I thought if I told stories chronologically, that would help me out. So then what I began to do was I took all the stories and began to arrange them in chronological order, from being a child all the way to being a parent with kids. And I would stick a bunch of other stories along the way that just seemed to fit. So now I had the formula. So I had my stage, and then I had how I would remember things in chronological order. So I could actually put just the titles of the story on. Sometimes I have hidden scripts, like this would be a hidden script. It looks like I'm taking a drink of water, but most of the time I'm just cueing myself. I'd have papers on the stage, which would help me go through the chronology of telling When I Look Back, I Laugh. And then I had some on the baby thing over here. So now with that set, I now had the stories, because I've been writing them. I had the background and family to do a little bit of teaching. I had the humor, hoping to help people laugh. But at the same time, I also had a personal story. Now, we all have personal stories.